Have you ever felt like you were bound by chains no one could see, carrying a huge weight on your shoulders, all because of something you couldn't let go of? Imagine what it would be like to break free from those chains, walk lightly with a peaceful heart, and focus only on what truly matters. In today's video, we'll learn how to transform that bondage into strength and freedom by following the teachings of the ancient philosophers, the Stoics. Get ready for a journey that will transform your understanding of the world and your feelings. Let's discover together what Marcus Aurelius and Seneca taught us about the art of calm and balanced letting go. If you want to take the first step toward a happier and more focused life, you've come to the right place. Let's get started. In practice, letting go means being willing to let go of past experiences. You have to be truly willing to let go of ties to the past, such as relationships that have already ended. It's like you're holding a rope so tightly that your hands start to hurt, but you're afraid to let go because you don't know what will happen next. I want to say something important. Letting go doesn't mean falling or failing. Often it means you can finally open your hands and reach for something new and better. I learned this the hard way when I was stuck in a relationship simply because I felt safe in it, not realizing that I was closing the door to other joys that might be ahead. And something else is true. The fear of missing out is a trap. It's like seeing only other people's best moments on social media and thinking you're falling behind and missing out. But that's not real life. It's merely a select portion to show a perfect moment. When you stop looking at other people's lives and start living your own, the fear of missing out loses its power over you. Not knowing everything that's happening in other people's lives doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're truly living your own story and creating moments that belong only to you. Holding on to a false image of happiness can make it very difficult to let go. You see how happy other people look and fear you'll never have what they have. But remember, the grass is always greener from a distance. As you get closer, you see that there are parts that aren't perfect. When you develop the false idea that other people's lives are perfect, it robs you of the joy of your own life. It's like running on a treadmill after an image that doesn't exist. No matter how hard you run, you'll never reach it because it's just an illusion. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on happiness. It means deciding, in your own way, what it means to you. To detach emotionally, follow the teachings of the Stoic philosophers. Focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your actions, and your growth. It's very difficult to realize that the opinions of others, the relationships you've had, or even having a perfect social media life don't have the power to define your worth or happiness. This awareness is like armor that protects you and allows you to move forward without carrying attachments that don't serve you. This frees you to live life in all its beauty and wonder, open to the true and special connections that await you. Remember, letting go doesn't mean the end of anything. It's a bold step toward living the life you truly deserve. The power of detachment is enormous. When we become too attached to people or situations, we allow them to control our emotions. It's as if we hand over the remote control of our emotions to someone else, letting them change the channel whenever they want. This power over us can influence our joy and sorrow, and in difficult times, lead us to make decisions we would never make if we were calm and balanced. Letting go doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you learn to give proper value to what's beyond your reach. Imagine your emotions as a boat tied up in the harbor with several anchors. If you have too many, you can't sail freely across the sea. But when you begin to let go little by little, your boat can set out to explore new places and possibilities. The teachings of the Stoic philosophers show how to raise the anchors that only get in your way and move through life's waves with confidence and strength. First, consider who or what you're too attached to. Then ask yourself why. Do you want to be accepted? Are you afraid of being alone? Understanding the reason for your attachment is the first step to regaining control. So do things that make you feel useful and happy. Practice gratitude, reflect on what matters most to you, and remember that true growth comes from within. When you dedicate yourself to improving and nurturing yourself, you'll find you need less recognition from others. By letting go, you can celebrate your own successes and find joy in the simple things. Over time, you'll become stronger and able to face challenges with calm and courage. The road to detachment is long, but with each anchor released, you come closer to freedom of heart and true peace. Sail boldly across the great sea of life, knowing that your destiny is in your hands. Now let's better understand attachment. When we get stuck on something, our ego is usually in control. Deep down, we were created to love. Think of a newborn baby full of joy without thinking about the ego. But as we grow older, the ego takes over and attachments form. These attachments, whether to people or ideas, confuse our thinking and distance us from what really matters: love. Remember that attachment is a game of the ego and is the opposite of love and self-confidence. When you look at your desires and connections in this way, you will realize how important they are to your life. Imagine living with a heart full of love, not controlled by the ego. Imagine the freedom of not having to anxiously cling to results, people, or status. Living with love means trusting that there is enough for you, that what is yours will find its way to you. These are not just desires, but genuine belief in your own worth and strengths. It helps you let go, knowing that attachments are merely anchors that limit the vast sea you can explore. To begin letting go of these anchors, you must recognize attachment for what it is: a creation of the ego seeking security and acceptance. Then change your perspective. Understand that your worth does not depend on this bondage. What is within you is enough. This learning doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily practice, a decision to put your peace above the opinions of others. And finally, embrace the idea of abundance. When you are no longer afraid of losing, the universe always finds a way to give you even more than you left behind. Letting go doesn't mean you care less, just that you understand it better. It means staying true to yourself and letting love, not fear, guide you on your path. The journey of letting go transforms you. It's like peeling away layers of ego to reveal the strong and loving soul that lies hidden. It means moving forward lightly, without the burden of attachment, ready to receive new blessings with open arms and a firm heart. Sometimes our ego deceives us into thinking we're not good enough, or that other people's lives are always better, as if the grass is greener on the other side. This illusion keeps us trapped and causes us to become overly attached to other people, seeking their approval and recognition. Often we place these people in a very high position, as if they have something special and unattainable. But when we go through difficult times and are reduced to our true nature, we realize that no one has secret privilege. We are all equally vulnerable and human. That's why it's important to look this illusion straight in the eye, recognize it as a mere mirage, and not allow it to distort our view of ourselves or others. Let's talk about self-confidence and heart healing. It's okay to remember that you are amazing, unique, and valuable. This is a healthy way to build your self-esteem and nourish your inner self. However, accepting this doesn't mean viewing others as inferior or turning away from the experience we all share as human beings. In fact, it's about understanding that while everyone follows their own path, no one is better than the other. Our stories are woven together like threads in a great tapestry, and each is just as important as the others. When it comes to distance, especially in relationships, we often fall into the trap of believing someone is so special and irreplaceable that we fear losing them. This thought stems from the ego, which creates false notions of lack and limitations. True detachment doesn't mean closing our hearts or remaining indifferent. Rather, it means recognizing that the universe is abundant and that we possess a tremendous capacity to love. Even if someone means something special to us, our happiness does not depend solely on that person's presence. This understanding frees us from the fear that binds us with attachment and allows us to love freely without clinging desperately. Following the teachings of the Stoic philosophers, it is valuable to learn to view all people, including ourselves, as equals. Everyone we meet, and even those we lose, are part of our journey, just as we are part of theirs. But no one is indispensable. By accepting this, we gain a profound emotional strength that helps us face life's challenges with serenity. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control: our thoughts, our actions, and our will. When we apply this to relationships and distance, we find a path to true peace, leaving behind the illusions of the ego and embracing the liberating truth of our common humanity. But there's a catch. If you've been trying to break out of conformity and ignorance for a while and haven't been able to, it may be for other reasons, and you don't know what. But I know what it is. It's fear. Fear comes like a silent snake and poisons you without you realizing it. This leaves you infected for days, months, or even years, and if you had that, it would be like living sick. However, there is a Stoic antidote that, along with modern psychology, can free you from all of this, just as it freed me. I made a video showing how to get rid of this poison from your life. It's in the first comment. Click the link in the first comment and heal yourself of this fear poison. Now, when we talk about the path to happiness, where does true value come from? Answering this question can help us let go of attachments that aren't good for us and lead us to true emotional freedom. This is especially important when we need to let go of someone. It's not about cutting ties out of anger or indifference, but about understanding that the deepest community we have is within ourselves. True value comes from within, from our character, our wisdom, and the way we treat others. We often think that happiness depends on someone's presence or approval, but this notion keeps us trapped, limits our potential, and makes us believe we need someone else's permission to be happy. In fact, the skies have always been open for you to fly freely, your way. This self-reliance is liberating. It teaches us that our worth doesn't depend on other people's opinions or presence. Letting go, therefore, doesn't mean pushing someone away. Rather, it means getting closer to our true selves. It's about focusing on our personal growth, being the best version of ourselves, and thus letting attachment lose its burden. Think of it like tending a garden. You don't ask a flower to grow. Instead, you prepare the soil, water it, and trust that nature will do the rest. When we take care of ourselves in this way, we create a happiness that doesn't depend on who walks through our lives or admires our beauty. This self-care becomes a source of independent, strong, and true joy. So how do you follow this path of emotional detachment? It begins with understanding that you are complete, with or without the approval of others. Your mission is to explore the vast sky that lies within you, and, along the way, learn to love the freedom that comes with flying solo when necessary. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism. Focus on what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, and your development. This doesn't mean closing your heart or ignoring love. Rather, it means owning your inner identity. Remember, your worth isn't a missing piece that needs to be completed by someone else. You are a work in progress, already complete, but open to grow and receive the beauty of the world. You've made it this far, and that demonstrates your courage and strength. The journey of detachment is a path of transformation, and you're walking it with incredible strength. Every step you take toward emotional freedom demonstrates your ability to grow, evolve, and be the best version of yourself. Never forget, you are the foundation of your own life, and no one else can control your emotions or your destiny. By letting go of attachments that no longer serve you, you make room for new possibilities, new adventures, and a deep peace that few achieve. You deserve a life filled with joy, meaning, and true connection. By applying these lessons of stoicism and detachment, you'll not only transform your life, but also inspire those around you. Never underestimate the power you have. You are strong, wise, and full of potential. Remain steadfast on this journey and know that every act of detachment is also an act of self-love and courage. Thank you for being here, for dedicating yourself to this journey of self-discovery, and for being a constant inspiration. You are special, and the world is a better place with your light. Move forward with confidence and remember that true freedom and happiness are always within your grasp. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more inspirational videos. Share this video with friends and family who could benefit from these powerful lessons. We want to know what you think. Leave a comment and share your ideas and insights on detachment. And to show that you're truly committed to your growth, write, "I'm ready to sail free." Your participation is important so we can continue creating content that changes lives. See you next time. Remember, true change begins from within. Let's walk this path of growth together. You can achieve anything you want because within you lies a powerful force and a spirit that never gives up. Never stop believing in your own worth and power. See you later.